So today is day number 2 drilling wheat. I got my seed tender, you could call it, skid loader. Final bag of wheat. I planted 24 acres yesterday and I got like 26 to do today, so that'll be all for the wheat. Not doing that much this year. So yeah, we'll go get started. Well, there's one field planted. Load the drill up time. Now we swing the drill through a hopper out, or auger out. That's how we do it when we're by ourselves. See the wheat going down? There it is, the last bag of wheat in. I hope it's enough. I'm thinking I might run out. We'll see. So I didn't take much video on that field. It's just like 4.8 acres. Try and do better on the next field. The reason why is I use a GPS app on my phone, and it's actually really helpful. You set your implement width and stuff, and so I was kind of use my phone for that. So, but I'll try and it's not super accurate, but it helps quite a bit. I'll try and take a little more video on the next field. It's a lot bigger, so pretty cool field, some hills on it and stuff. So this is why we can't run bigger stuff in this country. Most of our stuff barely fits down some of these snake paths. This one's pretty, it was pretty tight last year with the corn planter. Corn planter's about 17 feet wide, folded up. I actually never had the air drill back on these fields. See how it fits. Pretty close to them trees. This setup's really good for where we're at. We got this baby stagger, and then we got this little bitty air drill compared to modern air drills. But I'll have to do a little walk around today of our setup here. So if anyone watched my corn harvesting video last year, you'll remember these fields. So this is actually like 3 fields here basically. A lot of rocks too. Landowner really wanted beans, but they were supposed to bring us more ash for these fields, and the hills and the rocks makes beans pretty tough. But if we had more ash on these, we'd have gave it a shot. But we'll start out with this one, and I'll probably go this way around because there's the steepest hill I think is right here. That doesn't look too steep, but it is. And there's a wet spot right there that never dries out. So, God, actually, it probably would have made more sense to go the other way, but we're committed now. Tractor back when you put it down in neutral. So here's our baby drill. I found out yesterday it will not hold two 2,400 pound totes of wheat. because it overflows. Barely, but when you fold it out, it seems like these tubes on the side want to come off. So I always come back and make sure they're all on. And none of the blockage sensors work anymore, but I always just make sure it's putting seed out. If one gets plugged up, it's not that big of a deal, at least for us. So this thing's even got a little stock whack or track whackers, and then it just meters the seed out like a normal grain drill under here into 6 cups, and then they go back to the towers. So I shouldn't need my GPS app for the first couple of passes, like the headlands around the field. So I'll try and get some video of this thing rolling. So basically the only thing I use the monitor for is the clutch. Turn it on, and then I can quit seeding at the end of the row, you know, when I turn around. And then I can see one of the little gears turning back there, so I know it's putting seed out. So now I need my fan. Blowing seed. Set the throttle. And we're drilling. Picked a lot of rocks out of here too in the past. We've worked it up, reseeded it to hay before with the normal drill and grass seed boxes. We're actually gonna, tomorrow I'm supposed to, well, hopefully I can spread fertilizer on this, and put it in, and we're gonna have alfalfa put in the spreader. Okay, here's a big hill. I hope I got enough power to pull it. So this is the angle we're at. Long ways down back there. Making dust. Love to see it. Spot for deer. So we used to use just a normal grain drill before we got more into farming, when we'd work up some fields and plant, but this is just so many light years ahead of that. So fast compared to an old 14-foot International. I think it's like a 6200 drill. This makes pretty quick work for us anyhow, for these small fields. I figure I can do about 10 acres an hour. That's probably what it took me yesterday. I did the 22 acres, or no, 24 acres, and I think it was only about 2 hours, so maybe a little better than 10 acres an hour. These small fields, you do more turning, you do more screwing around, you don't go as fast. I think this field I'm on now is like 8 acres, or something like that. Pretty small. Going down the big hill. There's the wet spot. The drill's gonna wallow in it some. It'd be a really dry year if we didn't have much mud stick in your tires here and there. It is actually exceptionally dry. There is moisture in the ground though, so hopefully this wheat will germinate. We'll pass number 2 up the steep hill. Drop the gear. It gets less steep as the ridge goes out in the field. Oh yeah. Late 3 Cummins just working up there. This thing don't smoke though. They gotta turn way back. 200 horses is nothing for an 8.3. Like the old timers say, don't need GPS or markers. So basically just guessing. But now I can see where my last pass was. It always seems like I'm overlapping about 2 rows. It's about a foot, but that's better than missing spots, right? And in case anyone was wondering, the variety of wheat we're putting down is Rothsay. And putting down 150 pounds per acre. You know, the rule is usually shorter season you got, the heavier you seed, which seems kind of backwards, but I think last year I tried to do 120 pounds per acre, and I want to get a better yield. See if we can beat last year for wheat anyhow, and we'll seed heavier, and hopefully it turns out for us. So my target is 150 pounds. And now we got to turn on this little spot. There's no way around it. So based on how it went through over there, I ain't gonna get the tractor stuck, but that drill's really gonna wobble. I gotta lift it up now, so watch that tire sink in on the toolbar there. And there we go, we're out of it. Now we just did the side hill. Yeah, nothing looks that impressive on camera. Final one's done. So in my video yesterday, I almost finished seeding wheat, but then I had a hole in my suction line for my PTO pump on my fan. It runs my fan motor on my air drill. So got that fixed this morning, and I went and got a load of fertilizer because we were supposed to get a little bit of rain today, which we have. So now I'm spreading fertilizer in our little New Holland tractor. So that's where we're at now. I still got like 2 acres of wheat left to go, somewhere like that. But I want to get this spread first, then I'll roll it down tomorrow hopefully. So that little field down there is all I have left to seed still, that peninsula. I don't know how many acres it is. It's probably like an acre and a half. Had to make a little detour to pick up the roller. We don't move it too far, but it's pretty wide. The roller's about 17 feet wide, I think, so sticks out a little bit, but we're pretty rural. there she is. We opened her wide open, ran it out. I'll just knock that little bit of seed down and pull her off the field. I wouldn't bother, but if we get some rain, I don't want that stuff getting nasty in there when we start beans, plugging up stuff. Well, I'm gonna start rolling, and we'll make a bean video hopefully soon. We'll be planting beans soon, so stay tuned.